Good evening, I'm Prasad. Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob will not be introducing his new cabinet lineup today. So this gives us some space to talk about something much more important, Covid-19. The situation outside the Klang Valley is getting worse, which is why today we recorded the highest number of new cases ever. Malaysia reported 24,599 new Covid-19 cases today, which is a new record since the pandemic started last year. This is because the situation is worsening in states outside the Klang Valley, with record-breaking numbers in Sabah, Penang and Johor. Sabah reported 3,487 infections, the third day in a row where cases in the state were above 3,000. Meanwhile, Johor broke the 2,000 mark for the first time, hitting a record 2,785. Penang also recorded the highest case number in the state with 2,078, the second time where fresh infections surpassed 2,000 cases. But this doesn't mean the folks in the Klang Valley are safe just yet. Selangor reported close to 7,000 new cases, with Kuala Lumpur reporting 881 cases. Also in Selangor, the State Legislative Assembly there was told that over 30,000 factory workers have been found positive of COVID-19 since July.
Daripada jumlah pekerja industri yang dinyatakan, 62% terdiri daripada sektor perkilangan, iaitu sebanyak 33,214 orang. 14.5% adalah terdiri daripada pekerja di sektor perkhidmatan, iaitu sebanyak 7,768 orang. 13.5% terdiri daripada sektor pembinaan, iaitu sebanyak 7,232 orang. Dan 10% terdiri daripada pekerja di sektor perdagangan, iaitu seramai 5,357 orang.
2 women out of 31 individuals who were compounded by the police for holding a candlelight vigil have been charged. The surprising part is what they were charged with. But before that, if you'd like to be an ally to Free Press, do support the channel by clicking on the link below, so we can continue keeping those in power accountable to you, the voters. 2 women arrested during the candlelight vigil in Dataran Merdeka last Thursday have claimed trial to a charge under Section 90 of the Police Act 1967. Selangor DAP Women's Wing Secretary Nalina Nair and Sujatra Jayaraj were charged for allegedly behaving in a riotous, indecent, disorderly or insulting manner in a police station. The duo appeared separately before magistrates Taufik Effendi Chin and Wong Chai Sia in Kuala Lumpur this afternoon, according to their lead counsel Raj Suryan Pillai. He said Taufik set 5,000 ringgit bail for Nalina, while Wong set 2,000 ringgit bail for Sujatra. According to the charge cited by Malaysia Kini, Nalina and Sujatra were accused of committing the offence at around 9 p.m. on August 19th at the lobby of the Dang Wangi District Police Station. Nalina and Sujatra were among 31 candlelight vigil participants brought in 2 Black Maria police trucks to Dang Wangi Police Station last Thursday for documentation purposes, but were later arrested and slapped with a 2,000 ringgit compound each, totaling 62,000 ringgit, for violating regulations preventing demonstrations during the pandemic. The vigil, organised by Youth Group Secretariat Solidarity Rakyat, was held in memory of all those who have died of COVID-19 so far. Is Malaysia finally ready to practice mature politics? The messaging from both sides so far have been encouraging, but will it be put to practice? That remains to be seen.
Former Johor Menteri Besar Muhammad Khalid has called for an end to prejudice by the party towards opposition MPs. This comes after Pakatan Harapan Chief Anwar Ibrahim said the coalition would not complicate an upcoming vote of confidence for Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob if the government acts in the interest of the people. In a post on Facebook, Khalid said any negative perception against the government must also stop. He added that all are important partners in a flourishing democracy and good governance. In his post, Khalid also said he hoped the big step started by the Prime Minister will be followed by various consolidated steps from both sides. Ismail, Anwar, Amanah President Muhammad Sabu and DAP Secretary General Lim Guan Eng had, among others, agreed to strengthen the parliamentary institution. In addition, the 4 leaders also acknowledged the importance of an independent judiciary and good governance.
I know, we were all excited today expecting the PM to unveil his new cabinet lineup, but you'll have to wait until 11 a.m. tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, here's a recap of what happened today. Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob's cabinet is almost ready, but first he will need to receive the King's consent. This is why Ismail Sabri is expected to meet the Yang di-Pertuan Agong today. The audience with the ruler will take place in Kuantan, Pahang. According to the Star, the audience was confirmed by an Istana Negara source. The report said the cabinet lineup was supposed to be presented yesterday, but was postponed to today as the ruler was not in Kuala Lumpur. Ismail Sabri will travel to Pahang today for this. The report added that the Premier was asked to assemble his government before Merdeka Day on August 31st. After the lineup is submitted to the Agong, the next step will be to swear in the new ministers, which can take place as soon as tomorrow. Meanwhile, according to Bersatu and UMNO sources, Gombak MP Azmin Ali is set to become the country's next Deputy Prime Minister.
Good Morning Johor is the first plant-based and complete nutrition drink made in Malaysia. It is suitable for those who are lactose intolerant. Research made by local universities found that more than 90% of our Malaysian population are lactose intolerant. Lactose intolerance can cause bloated stomach and diarrhea. Good Morning Johor helps to improve the immune system, reduce the risk of illnesses, and helps to improve general well-being and strengthen our bodies. A happy family starts with a healthy family. I'm still active, healthy, and going strong at the age of 52. It has to be Good Morning Johor.
The MP to replace Azalina Othman as Deputy Speaker should be from the opposition. This call was made by Azalina herself. Former Dewan Rakyat Deputy Speaker Azalina Othman Said has called on the government to select her replacement from the opposition. She said this would be the best opportunity for newly minted Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob to get the ball rolling for parliamentary reform. According to Azalina, the motion to appoint her replacement should also come from the government. Speaking at a webinar on the parliamentary reform agenda this morning, the UMNO MP said reform will take time, but appointing an opposition MP as Deputy Speaker is something that is achievable. The former Law Minister also said that such a move by the government would also create history in the country's parliamentary democracy. Azalina on Monday confirmed that she had tendered her resignation as Deputy Speaker, a post she held since last year. Bersatu Youth has a few recommendations for the new Prime Minister. I wonder if they urged the same when their party president Muhyiddin Yassin was Prime Minister.
Bersatu Youth has expressed hope that Prime Minister Ismail Sabri Yaakob will incorporate the reform proposals made by his predecessor. This was after Ismail Sabri held a meeting yesterday with the leadership of Pakatan Harapan to discuss possible bipartisan cooperation and reforms. PH is currently the largest opposition bloc. Bersatu Youth Information Chief Muhammad Ashraf Mustaqim Badrul Munir said the meeting should not be evaluated in terms of party politics. He added that what Ismail Sabri is doing is a continuation of Muhyiddin's previous efforts of trying to work with the opposition to achieve political stability. He added that it is hoped that the reform agenda that was previously offered by Muhyiddin, such as the anti-party hopping laws, a term limit for the Prime Minister, and a number of institutional reforms will be part of the joint menu and serve as a catalyst to develop Malaysia's democracy. Muhyiddin had made the reform offers after he lost majority support. The then Premier hoped the opposition would have supported him in exchange for the proposed reforms but was snubbed. Critics said the offer came too late. Ismail Sabri, who replaced Muhyiddin, has also taken a reconciliatory position towards the opposition after being sworn in. However, he has yet to reveal details about the possible reforms.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to KiniTV.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm Prasad. Thank you for watching.